What is up? I am Fuzed from Exile, and this is Attacks in Exile. Today I want to talk about the Town Hall 11 update. The attack videos that you will see playing in the background are from older wars, way older wars, before dark spells, back from a time when luring and killing a clan castle took a little bit of skill, and a few of them even from people who have come and gone. As in life, the only consistency in this game is change. With every update, there are things that people like, and there are things that people complain about. And very often they're the same things. We don't always agree on how to play the game. We don't always agree on what's good and what's bad. But in the end, we're all here to clash. And if we want to continue clashing, we take what they give us in the updates. With that being said, a lot of people are complaining about this most recent update. Let's talk about it a little. Well, I'll talk and you listen. If you've got something to say, you can drop it down in the comments below. The first huge change is that when you destroy the town hall, you no longer automatically give a shield. In order to get a shield from an attacker must destroy 30% or more of your base, and they must deploy 1/3 of the defending base's capacity of troops. For example, at Town Hall 10, there are 240 troops in the camps. There are 2 heroes, which have each been assigned 25 troop capacity, and 35 troops in the clan castle. That totals out to 325 total troop capacity at Town Hall 10 with max level camps and clan castle. And by the way, max level is the bar from which they measure. A third of 325 troops is 108.3. They round down to 108 required for the shield. That means if you're a Town Hall 10 player, in order to get a shield from your Town Hall being destroyed, you need to have 108 troop spaces deployed against your base, as well as 30% or more of the base destroyed. On top of that, the Town Hall now holds 20% of all of your gold and elixir, as well as 25% of your dark elixir. Goblins will even now see the Town Hall and the clan castle as resource buildings and do double damage against them. The idea here is that they wanted to force players to protect their Town Hall. In an interview with Chief Pat, Jonas, a developer from Supercell, shared with us an interesting stat. He said that in certain leagues, Town Hall sniping has accounted for up to 80% of all attacks. Now, what's interesting is they're not telling us in what leagues or in how many leagues this stat holds true. And really, without knowing all of those statistics, it's meaningless. If that statistic is true only in Titan and above, for example, it doesn't even affect most of the players. Which brings us to why they've made this change. They want players to climb up in the trophy ranks because up near the top of those ranks, there aren't that many players that are easily attackable. Those are the most active players in the game, so they're almost always going to be either online or under shield. And for that reason, finding an attack in multiplayer matchmaking up in those levels, it can take a long time. It can take up to a couple of hours just to find an attack. I've said for a long time that if they want to fix that, they should incentivize players to push. Now, by incentivizing players to push, I mean with things such as higher league bonuses, for example, or other benefits which may only come into play at higher trophy levels. We've all heard the adage of leading a donkey with a carrot tied to a stick. Hang the carrot in front of the donkey, he's going to move forward because he wants to get the carrot. Motivating with the carrot is the way I would have chosen for Supercell to go. They chose to motivate with the stick, and that may work, but a lot of players are bitter over it. This was a very extreme decision by Supercell to do all of this at once. The way I see it though, if the Town Hall is going to hold that much of your loot, that's your incentive to protect the Town Hall. You don't need to have the shield taken away from you if someone does get to your Town Hall. If it were up to me, but it's not, if it were up to me, I would give back the shield for the Town Hall, but keep the loot in the Town Hall. For many players, loot has really dried up since the update. There is loot in certain areas, but you have to use a massive army to get to it, and it's very difficult to make a profit in many cases. And people still aren't pushing. They're dropping trophies more than ever. We've seen some of our guys jump up an incredible number of trophies just overnight. That's right, overnight on defense, not from attacking. And not really from winning defenses either, just from people dropping one troop and ending the attack in order to dump those trophies. And that's what happens when you motivate with the stick. Give us a reason to climb, and give us a reason to stay up there. Otherwise, we're just going to see a lot more trophy dropping. Here's another problem. In war, we often request troops before we're ready to attack. Before the update, that wasn't a problem. Put your town hall outside, turn off the game for a few minutes, get the snipe, come back on, request your troops under shield, and they'll be safe. But with this new system, you can come back online, find out that your clan castle troops have been killed, and maybe not even have a shield yet. Supercell, if you're not going to give us back our shield for the town hall, please give us a toggle for the clan castle so that we can turn off defense just like we do on Heroes. The next thing that I wanted to mention is the extra 30 seconds and the dark spell donation. They made the map bigger, and it may not seem like it's that much bigger, but it's actually a 20% increase in pixels. That's why they've given us 30 extra seconds, because there's going to be bigger bases. And they're giving us time to attack those bigger bases. But personally, I think that extra 30 seconds should start at Town Hall 10, not all Town Halls. Town Hall 9 was perfectly balanced, and by adding an extra 30 seconds to the attack and the Dark Spell donation, many people are saying that wars at Town Hall 9 now are actually too easy. I can personally go either way on that. I watch Clash with Ash on YouTube, and one recommendation that he gave was maybe an extra Tesla level for Town Hall 9 to make up for that, and that might restore the balance. I agree with that. But there is one area that does need some help on offense, and that's Town Hall 10. They took the free spell and they gave it to Town Hall 9 at level 1. I'm not sure why they did that, but they did. One thing that does, though, is it opens up the possibility of new spells at Town Hall 10. I think new spells and possibly a new Dark Troop or two at Town Hall 10 will help bring balance to that level. Most attacks at Town Hall 10, quite frankly, don't make it to the end of the timer anyway, so that 30 seconds didn't really do much there, but it could if they create balance at Town Hall 10. And by balance, I mean that we want 3 stars to be a realistic goal to shoot for. Right now, Town Hall 10 is a 2-star game. Realistically, at Town Hall 10, 3-star attacks in war are few and far between. Now, of course, there are plenty of high-level clans on YouTube showing perfect wars with Town Hall 10 players. That's very nice. Most of those clans are cheating. Achieving 3 stars at Town Hall 10 is difficult enough and rare enough that when a cheater sees someone do it, they assume that player was cheating as well. Yes, people are still cheating, people are still modding, and many of them are very blatant and in your face. That's what we need to fix. We need to get rid of the cheating in wars. We need to give war credibility so that when somebody does see a good attack, they don't have to wonder, was this done legitimately or was a mod involved? I don't think anything was brought in this update to combat the cheaters, but I really hope that Supercell finds a way to crack down on them very, very soon. I've gone off on a tangent just a bit. I want to get back to balance. Town Hall 11 has come out, and with it, we got level 3 witches, we got level 7 minions, and we got the Grand Warden. Witch Floods with the Grand Warden have proved to be overpowered. And ironically, what this has done is it has made Town Hall 11 with max troops very easy to 3-star, while Town Hall 10 is still very difficult. Supercell has lowered the hit points on skeletons in order to help level this out a little bit. But we still see Town Hall 11 players 3-starring one another over and over on YouTube. And that's okay, because we can combat that by buffing the defenses on Town Hall 11. We want strong troops. Don't give them to us and then nerf them. I've never been a big fan of nerfs. I'm more in favor of buffing something else to compensate. We know that there will be other defense levels released for Town Hall 11, and that will help in time to bring balance to Town Hall 11. In the meantime, we still need to balance Town Hall 10. During the last sneak peek series, session, whatever, which took about, 45 or 50 days, a new Dark Barracks was leaked, but it never was released. Perhaps they're still working on the troop that Dark Barracks will unlock. But if they let it unlock at Town Hall 10, and then maybe throw in another spell at Town Hall 10, that could bring the balance to Town Hall 10 that we would all like to see. Another thing about the update that a lot of people are upset about is the new personal break timer. There is a timer in the game which says that we must take a break after a cumulative 4 hours of gameplay. With the update it was 3 hours, with the maintenance shortly after they changed it to 4. They changed it because people were complaining. People were complaining because they were getting kicked off even though they hadn't spent much time at all in the game. The timer is cumulative. So if I spend 3.5 hours online and then I take a break and then I come back and I spend a half hour, I'm gonna get kicked off the game after that half hour because my total of time online has now been 4 hours. If you don't get a attack that hits you hard enough to give you a shield within the 10 minutes that you're off the game, they let you come back on the game and they give you a 15-minute Village Guard. Village Guard is like a shield, but you won't break it by attacking. The point of the Village Guard is so that you can come online, reset your traps, request new clan castle troops for defense, and get back off the game, because you are going to get kicked back off the game. And then again, if you don't get hit hard enough to get a shield in that 10 minutes or 15 minutes or however long it is while you're off the game, you come back on, you got another Village Guard, and you're going to get kicked off again. This can happen 3 times in a row. And then a mercy rule falls into place, and you're no longer kicked off the game. Your personal break timer is reset. Personally, I'm on and off the game throughout the day over and over. So my time, my cumulative time spent in the game, it builds up. In the first day after the update went live, I actually got kicked out of the game by the personal break timer twice. Supercell, I believe you know what you're doing. But I also believe that you're able to make mistakes. Mistakes have been made in the past, you've corrected them. I'm hoping you correct this one. The personal break timer, the Village Guard, the whole idea, it's just stupid. The personal break timer should be consecutive time, not cumulative time. If I leave the game for 20 minutes or even 30 minutes, that should be enough to reset my personal break timer. As an adult and a customer of this company, I don't need to be told when to play and when not to play. I do get why we need to take a break from the game. One is to combat the cheaters who stay online by illegitimate means, and 2 is to have somebody to attack for other people who are on the game. I get that, that's fine. But take away the cumulative timer. And if you still don't want to take away the timer, whatever. But this 3 sessions in a row of getting on and getting kicked off and getting on and getting kicked off after 15 minutes and then being off for 10 minutes and then 15 minutes of Village Guard, it's too complicated. Take it out of the game. We don't need that. Village Guard could be an interesting concept and it could be something that works. But make it a situation to where if you do get attacked, maybe a 30% attack on your base with a successful defense, and you trigger the Village Guard. This gives you the 15 minutes to come on and get new troops or whatever. There are ways they can make it work. Some people have asked for a defensive win bonus, and Jonas said that that's a possibility for the future. Of course, there will need to be some limitation on it, with a specific minimum number of troops to be deployed in order to earn it, in order to avoid a situation where the trophy droppers are making us all rich. Personally, I'd be happy with a free reset of my traps and clan castle troops with a successful defense. At least that way I can maybe defend against the next attack. And that's really what I wanted to talk about. In summary, please consider returning the shield for the Town Hall destruction. But if you won't, at least allow us the option to toggle the defense on the clan castle to off. Get rid of the cumulative personal break timer and replace it with a consecutive timer. Balance Town Hall 10 offense with a new troop or 2 and possibly a new spell. In fact, here's an idea for a perfect Town Hall 10 troop. Imagine a creature that as it soaks up Inferno fire, its attack power gets stronger. It still takes damage from the Inferno, but it becomes angrier, and it gains just enough power to take out a couple extra buildings before it dies. Something like that would be great. Or maybe even give the first 5 levels of the Grand Warden to Town Hall 10. Balance Town Hall 11's defense with new levels of additional defenses, perhaps even including a 3rd level on the Eagle Artillery, and possibly rebalance Town Hall 9 with an additional level on a defense such as Tesla's. Get rid of the Village Guard idiocy that could possibly kick us out of the game 3 times in a row, or even better, allow us to stay online and be attacked while online. That way we could still at least do our war attacks, we could still donate troops, we could still talk to our clan. We can still organize war. Do more to combat the cheaters. And personally, a couple things I'd like to see added to the game. Quests. We've been asking for quests for a long time. The idea has a ton of support, including from Supercell itself. I'd like to see a clan alliance system, for example, where a leader can recruit and send a new recruit to a feeder clan. And I'd like to see a mode within the game that will not allow for any method of cheating. For example, maybe a 1v1. One player gets an exact map handed to them, and another player gets an exact map handed to them, and they both attack the same map to see who can get the best attack against that map. They don't get to see the map until it's time to do the attack, and maybe not even know what troops they're going to use. Give them both the same troops at the same levels. It'll be 100% equal opportunity. I'm just rambling at this point. I've said what I really needed to say, and thank you for listening, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time.